Welcome to part 6 of the Sonic Generations commentary playthrough.
I'm a horrible person now, and I think all of you are probably going to want me to die.
No!
Oh god.
Although
Everyone's favorite game.
Although I will say though, I do just have to say this. I think Sonic Team did an amazing job of replicating the original Crisis City, because this game is the glitchiest level in the fucking game. I can't tell you how many times I died at the start there because I tried to jump and the game wouldn't jump and let me home and attack. I must have died at least 5 times in a row there. So bravo, Sonic Team. Bravo.
That's not even what fucked me up. I would like jump too late, and instead of homing attacking the first Iblis flyer, I would just jump straight through them and to my death.
Yes, they did. Same here. So it's like, you know, I actually.
That's not even a glitch. That's just me fucking up the timing because I had to boost like a maniac at the very start.
I'll be the odd man out and say I didn't really have a problem with this level, other than the fact that it was erased from the timeline and it shouldn't be in this game because it was erased from existence.
I've said it.
Instead,
I've said it plenty of times.
Westopolis, which is essentially Crisis City.
I would take Westopolis and the Black Arms any day.
I love Westopolis.
Look. I've said it plenty of times. It's not completely impossible. The way I look at it is, if Eggman was to change anything in the past to bring this level back, he would travel back to the point where Sonic and Elise blew the Solaris flame out. If he stopped that event,
and all of time would immediately collapse.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this entire game would be renewed.
I just find it so ironic that in a game about time travel, they bring back a level that is impossible because of time travel. Like biggest time travelception or something.
To me, the biggest letdown in terms of the story is that for two things: the fact that they don't make any jokes about this, or even try and reference it, or the fact that at not one point that someone go, "Hey, that tornado's carrying a car."
Yeah, the biggest travesty.
One of the achievements actually makes a reference to that line, but beyond that,
well, I mean.
That was the only thing I was really disappointed in. There should have been more, like, quotes from, like, many Sonic games. There should have been more of, like, get a load of this, or it's no use, you know?
Exactly.
You know, dude, I think
down
they would
south over the city. Cross all routes and eliminate the target, or whatever that thing was from City Escape.
There just should have been more quotes that were in the actual Sonic games. You know?
Or like during this level, Sonic gets the random urge to just painfully state the obvious.
Yeah.
Or maybe the level stops in the middle just to have a loading screen, and then Sonic walks on stage like, "This is taking fucking forever."
That actually happened once to me during Classic. I kind of spin dashed off a level and I kind of went behind the building, and the screen kind of stayed there for a bit, and I thought it was actually like loading a different section of the level. So I was like, oh, this is a nice callback to the game, but no, I just died.
No, this is the points where I do think that they should have had cutscenes after every level, because they could have brought up the fact that nobody remembers this level because it was the timeline.
So I am actually really positive that they must have written a lot more stuff for this game that was just cut out. They had to have done.
Well,
I'm a little bit surprised they cut out the snowboarding section. I mean, the snowboarding's good in City Escape. Why didn't they bring it back?
There's the achievement.
Look both ways.
That tornado's carrying a car.
I will say that I have more trouble with Crisis City's 2D sections than I do with 3D sections.
Yeah, I think the stomping the lava bits is kind of. I mean, it's not exactly boring, but it's just kind of lame.
It's just there.
I liked that gimmick, but it makes no physical sense because that lava should be melting those rocks. You know.
Yep.
Physics.
Oh, there you can see it, Child's in Space 3.
Now, I really love Crisis City Classic. It is my favorite stage in the game.
I love the song.
ironically.
The song is awesome.
Part of this is the surrealism of seeing classic Sonic fight Iblis monsters. It's so bass fucking backwards.
But not only that, when classic Sonic jumps on the Iblis monsters, they make a popping noise.
Oh, look, it's the electric shield.
Nice.
Oh, awesome. Blowing through this level with the electric shield is half the reason it's my favorite.
I like how the electric shield looks. It actually looks like an electric thing as opposed to like looking like a cartoon thing in Sonic 3.
And you can keep it underwater. Ruin forever, don't buy.
Really?
I didn't know that.
No, I hate this game. Fuck.
Worst game ever.
Hi, brief reference to Sonic CD.
Kind of an odd place to put it, though.
It's also, oddly enough, it's the only loop in the game that's actually small enough where Sonic could jump through just by running at it, and they put a goddamn speed booster in front of it. What the fuck?
Are you playing this on your old file too? Because
no, I got the electric shield off screen.
And then you played the level again.
No.
You get the electric shield in the second group of levels.
Yeah.
No, but I noticed that you got like the minus 0.2 seconds or whatever, and that only happens after you played the level.
Yeah, I was testing the level out, but I didn't complete it.
Oh, okay.
Here's the thing about the elemental shield. It's slightly disappointing. Except in specific challenge missions, they never appear in monitors. You actually have to unlock them by doing the appropriate challenge mission, then by buying the skill, then by equipping it. The cool thing about it is it actually lets you activate the shield whenever the hell you want. You get exactly one shield to use. If you die, you get that shield back.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that in future games they can implement a similar system, maybe like turning the shields into items you can stock up on Mario 3 style or something.
So I take it if you equip the fire shield, the fire in Crisis City won't hurt you.
No, it won't.
Nope.
It'll probably make it the easiest level ever.
Well, but at the same time, you can't get the fire shield until you do this.
You already beat this level, yeah.
Yeah, that kind of sucks though, because I really did want to show off the fire shield. I love the fire shield in this game.
I will say though, I'm sure.
Hey, look, there's the signpost.
This is the best bit of trolling by
get the
Sega
signpost.
ever.
Yeah.
That tornado's carrying a goalpost.
Oh man, I got a chuckle out of that the first time I saw it.
Can you get
Wait, what? The fire tornado actually caught you?
Yeah.
Weird. You know, I've bounced straight on through it like 16 fucking times. I didn't
So
even
did
know
I.
it could
That
touch you.
actually caught me off guard. I was like, did that just fucking happen?
Is it possible to reach the goalpost before this point?
No,
No.
impossible.
Like, I mean, if you like glitched through there
you
using
can't.
action replay, would it work?
No, it won't.
Action replay.
I think it registers.
on the Xbox 360, I feel it.
I don't know what the actual thing's called. That's just what I call it.
Which remix does everyone prefer for this
I
one?
prefer
Classic
this
or
one. I
modern?
prefer this version.
Classic.
Classic.
I like them both, but I have no attachment to this song whatsoever because I'm the only one here who hasn't played Sonic 06.
Well, I think
You
modern
bastard.
I think modern sounds slightly more epic just because it's just violins, but the guitar in this just sounds amazing.
This is one of the best, like, classic sounding songs from the modern era, I think. Because I'm
It
not
just feels so epic.
I'm not
Again,
For my 2 cents, I consider it a tie because both of them are completely epic in their own ways.
exactly, but again, I do think it's maybe slightly ironic that classic gets the like really kind of like over the top guitar heavy version, whereas modern is just purely orchestral.
The original Crisis City remix was mostly orchestral. The original Crisis City theme, that is, was mostly orchestral.
Oh, hi, Blaze.
Makes sense.
Well, it's ironic that because the classic version does sound like something out of a classic Sonic game, it's just sort of odd because up to this point we've been trained rock music for modern Sonic, techno-ish sounding music for classic.
Yeah, exactly.
And the fact that it works the other way is sort of bass-ackwards.
I like Sonic's reaction to that. You look less spiky.
Now they put Blaze in Crisis City as a reference to her presence there, but this game actually doesn't acknowledge
The Sonic
Blaze
06 part of it.
as having any kind of relationship at all beyond Silver randomly appearing next to Blaze and Cream during.
So
the
wait,
end.
what does Blaze say when you beat her as when you beat Modern last? Because I heard someone say that when you beat her as Modern, she references being back in Crisis City.
Yes. No. She
No,
references her
no.
own world.
Okay.
That
She
sounds
mentions about how she can't trust others, but thanks anyway, or something.
Oh hey, it's Sonic Unleashed, only with like 200% more platforming and 900% more confetti.
I love this level
so
is one
much.
of my favorite modern levels.
It's
Yeah,
so much
totally
fun.
agree.
In terms of stage design, it's awesome. In terms of nostalgia factor, it's way too fucking soon.
You know what though? Because my whole series, my Countdown Generation series of videos that I did, I played the original level like 24 fucking times just to get the S rank. This level threw me off in so many ways
Yeah.
because I was expecting the level.
You know what the surreal thing is? They have like all the major set pieces in this level, but they're all completely out of order. Like this. This shouldn't be here. This isn't supposed to be until like 2/3 through the level.
It's so jarring because this level's so much shorter. Like the original Rooftop Run is like a 6-minute level when you're fast.
Although for me, this is what Unleashed should have been. You know, because like I don't mind Unleashed, but I find it way too fucking linear for my liking. It's just I can't enjoy it as much as others do, and this is just like this is what that game really should have been.
Well, Unleashed is just too much boost to win.
It was. It really was.
Now
I don't really have nothing wrong with it for what it was.
Well, they finally hit the balance with the Unleashed playstyle between this and Colors. Colors was a bit too far on the platforming side, without enough, you know, unique level gimmicks to really make up for it. But Generations stage design, it balances speed and platforming really well.
As far as level design and design goes, this is probably the best out of the Boost games. I think the control isn't quite there yet, but I think like in a game, the control could be best, and it could rival Sonic Adventure 2 as my favorite Sonic game, if they get the control right.
One thing though,
close enough to doing, to be
one
honest.
thing.
Yeah, they are.
I just have one question, right? So clearly at this time around playing Rooftop Run, they're having a big festival, right? So that's fine. What type of festival fucking puts in giant, you know, like guillotines? What kind of festival is this? Seriously?
Festival of
What are
Blood.
they celebrating?
Like that infamous DLC.
Exactly.
Festival of Blood, dude. Sonic is going to be bitten by a vampire pretty soon.
Don't you mean a werewolf?
It's the festival of Marie Antoinette's execution, don't you know?
Well, Sonic's already had his turn as a werewolf. Now he needs to be a vampire.
We are celebrating the cucumber sandwich.
By the way, where's Professor Pickle?
Actually,
You run through his office.
Exactly. At the start of Classic's Classic actually starts right outside Professor Pickle's office, which I think is a really nice touch.
I will say though, I love the added violence they gave to Rooftop Run's musical
This is
track.
another great remix, and it's odd because I have no nostalgic connection to Unleashed. Again, I mean, I played the Wii version.
It's too soon.
It's too soon, but I still think that this is a fun remix.
I love
Laser was nowhere near me.
I liked Unleashed a little bit more than I guess you guys did. Unleashed was pretty awesome to me. Coming off of Sonic 06, it was like light years better than it, and it made me appreciate it for that.
There's a thing though. There's a thing. Look, I appreciate Unleashed. Yes, I do find Unleashed much better than Sonic 06, but I'm only talking about the daytime stages.
Yeah.
You know,
pretty much what everyone
when-
talks about.
If someone says I love Sonic Unleashed, I can only say half of it. I don't like Sonic Unleashed as a whole, which is actually one of the another
Not even
reason.
half of it, though.
But-
Well,
I mean,
to
but-
expand on that, that's also true for a lot of people when they talk about Sonic Adventure or Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I
but
can
Sonic
personally
Adventure
say
is not
that
so
I
much
like.
of a- It's not, but Sonic Adventure is not a real, blasphemous case when it comes to like, when it comes to multiple characters. Yeah, true. In order to complete the entire package, you have to, do the treasure hunting missions.
It doesn't get in the way of what you really care about, like it does in
but
Adventure 2.
the reason why I think Generations as a whole is just so great is because the entire package, everything about this game, caters to fans old and new.
Exactly.
Another nice touch, they have all the flags of the countries right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can say I love Sonic Generations as a whole, the entire game. There is not one section I do not look forward to in this game. I love it.
Vector's, except Vector's mission.
Well, except Vector.
Well, I mean,
Like,
I can say the same thing about Adventure 2 too. I mean, I can't say that I'm looking forward to Mad Space or to Security Hall, but I mean, I don't hate going through it, and I still have fun even in the mech missions and in the treasure hunting missions. I mean, it's the Sonic Generations is fun. I mean, it's tied with Sonic Adventure as my second favorite 3D Sonic game. So I mean, I love this game. It's just that it still doesn't beat out Adventure 2 to me. I mean, that's probably nostalgia again, because Adventure 2 is my first Sonic game.
Look,
It's like Unleashed for me, it's like the small good parts of Unleashed easily make up for a lot of the bad parts of Unleashed. Like, I don't like the Werehog. I never go back to playing the Werehog levels. But in terms of the music, in terms of the levels and like the characters, I like Chip and Sonic's relationship. I love the music. I love Eggman's whole banter with Ergo. Like, I like the story and I like the daytime sections a lot. So Unleashed does have a place in my heart. I do enjoy the game, although I don't enjoy most of it, if that makes sense,
Well, so when it first came out, I think everyone was just really happy with Unleashed because it was at that point it was the most let's just say what you will about the gameplay. It was the most polished game. In terms of 3D, without question at that point. But I think to me, maybe it's just me, but I never get why SA2 gets so much love for. But like, it's a good game. I don't hate it, but just I don't understand because to me, there's so many things wrong with SA2 that I don't understand why people are like, is it the best game in the franchise?
Even though this game has only been out for about a week now, I can easily classify this as much better than SA1 and 2. But that's just me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
For me, I think it's that I love SA2 and SA1 so much because it feels like how classic Sonic should control in 3D. I mean, Unleashed is fun, but it's too fast, and whenever you try to do something that's slightly slower, like the 3D platforming you see in this game, the control isn't quite up to snuff, and that's part of the backwards thing I feel about Sonic Generations. I mean, I'm glad that they've got the 3D platforming stuff finally back in the game, but the same thing is that when you've got the 3D platforming there, you notice that the control still isn't up to snuff. Sonic Adventure 2 to me controls the best out of any 3D Sonic game. When you're moving fast, when you're moving slow, and then it's just
back to what's actually happening on screen for a moment. This clock is fucking awful.
I gotta say, this commentary has been less of a clusterfuck than I thought it would be.
Yeah,
I want to tell a funny story. Okay, like the third time I played classic Rooftop Run, it hasn't happened since. But I jumped into the middle of the clock there, and Sonic just fell through it. But the game acted like I landed inside it and was telling me to spin dash. The clock got locked up. I could not go any further into the level, and the camera was all fucking zoomed out, so I couldn't even see where Sonic was properly. So the clock broke the game.
You lied. That wasn't funny.
Oh man, that's a great way to end this video. Why can't it be 15 seconds? Why can't it be 15 seconds shorter? That was great.
Yeah.
You'll just have to say it again once the level's over.
Well, no, wait. We can. We just gotta stay silent.
Hi, Vector.
You useless sack of crap.
Don't we have left him in the time void?
Although,
Can we have Mighty back, please?
I will say something after you.
No, you go ahead.
Although I do say though, even though Vector is an annoying character, I like the fact that they kind of keep it true to him being a detective. That he's the first person who's like, you know what, there's probably someone controlling that monster. It's just a very small thing, but I like the fact that they've kind of kept that portion of his personality.
Although it's not his detective skills. He's listening to a spoiler podcast on those headphones of his.
Yeah. Okay, 1995. Take back Charmy and Vector. Give me back Mighty.
Was there any other Chaotix that they could have brought back? Maybe Bomb?
No,
or
just Mighty. Just Mighty.
Oh, we don't want Heavy and Bomb.
Bomb
You can't
doesn't count.
Mighty as one of the Chaotix.
Although they are halfway decent in the Archie comics, I think, kinda, sorta. Except not really.